Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rabya and today we are going to be doing a review of a brand new eyeshadow palette. At least it is to me. So today we're going to be reviewing the brand new Tati Beauty eyeshadow palette. I purchased this like the day that it launched and I just haven't gotten around to doing a review. So I'm really excited for this palette because I do think Tati is like one of the most trusted names in like beauty reviews and like one of the originals. So I'm really excited to try this. So this is a PR, like not the PR box, the box that you purchase with the palette comes in. You get a really nice picture of the Tati, and then you get this really nice paper, which I think is like her way of doing like sustainable packaging, like so that the palette doesn't get broken and you still aren't producing that much waste. Okay, and then this is what the palette looks like. And so this is like a sleeve, so you just slide the palette out of it. And that is the inside of the palette. It says Tati Beauty Volume 1. I think she's releasing something else in November, so I'm excited to see that. And then this is the inside of the palette. It is so pretty. And you also get a really big mirror. And basically the shades inside are supposed to all be the same shade. So this whole row is basically the same color with different finishes. And so she just named each color, and then you have, like, for example, this is Poet, this is Poet Matte, Poet Sequin, Poet Metallic, and then I think Poet Glitter. So now I'm just gonna get started with the look. I actually really want to play with like more so of this Aurora shade right here. It's pretty. I didn't swatch these. I just got to these 4 lanes. But first, so just to start building up the look, I'm actually going to go into this shade right here, which is Soothe Matte. I'm just gonna start working this into my crease to kind of build it up. This seems like the most natural transition shade in the palette. And by natural, I just mean like what a lot of people probably will gravitate towards to start just building up that crease. And I like that if you were going for like a monotoned look, like you can just go down the palette. Like you don't even have to like think about how am I going to create a look or anything, because like it's kind of done for you. And then if you're a little bit more adventurous, you can kind of like mix and match tones. So I really like that. This matte is so pretty. So it was like really, I was talking through that, so you saw how quickly that applied, and like pretty pigmented, like it's showing up really well on my skin tone. And I just prepped my eyes with just like concealer and powder, so that just glided on, and it's like pretty pigmented from the get-go. Like that's like just something that I worry as like a little bit of a deeper skin tone or like brown girl, like when you have transition shades and like a limited shade range, because in this palette, like again, unless you were going for a really orangey look, like this is the only transitional shade. I would always worry that, oh, like is it going to show up and do anything on my skin tone? And this is really nice and it's blending out beautifully. Like I feel like for work, like this would be great just to pop on and then throw on some mascara. You have some dimension. And it looks like you tried a little harder than you actually did. So I really enjoyed using that. And so just to build it up a little bit and add a little bit more color, I'm going to go into Poet Matte. I'm just going to start adding this a little bit into the crease as well to add a little bit of color to this look. Because again, I am going to mostly be using Aurora on the lid space. Dang, that got put on so fast, and it's like pretty true on my skin tone to what it is in the palette, like that nice magenta purple. It's pretty, like, I mean not even pretty, I feel like it's like the same color in the palette as it is on my eyelid. So I lied, I'm kind of really feeling this purple eyeshadow, so I think I'm just going to try and create a look with this row right here, Poet. And so now I'm just going to go into Poet Sequin and place that on my lid. It's like a purple and it looks like there's like blue glitters in this one. Yes, I like literally just tap that onto my eyelid. Like full force pigment. Oh my god, this is so pretty. I'm actually like really blown away. This is like so pretty for someone that like wants to do glitter but is intimidated by how intense it will look. Because I feel like there's glitter there, but it's like very, very subtle. And I mean, I feel like even if like I would never think to put on blue glitter on top of like a purple eyeshadow. And this is just like perfect, at least like for me. Like I think that this is like something I find wearable but still kind of a little edgy, a little different. Like something that I don't own. Like I know for sure don't own purple, like blue glitter. I was excited about the sequin shadows because that's kind of something different, but I didn't think it would be as pretty as it is. Like it's so pretty, and I like how the glitter is kind of different in each eye, so it's not like the same. So I don't know, it's like, I'm honestly really shocked at how much I like the blue glitter in the shadow too. Like I'm very like, oh, that's not what I was expecting, but it's so, I don't know, I like it a lot. I will say though that there was a little bit of fallout from that eyeshadow, more so than the other ones. Like you can see, like I have, it looks a little purple here, but it wasn't like anything intense. But because of like the color, it looks very purple. So what I'm going to do now, just to test like some more of the consistencies, is I'm going to go into Aurora Shimmer. And I'm just going to pop this Aurora Shimmer onto the inner corner of my eye to brighten up my eyes a little bit. Dang, that is bright. That shimmer is nice. The shimmer is nice too. It's very glossy, kind of like almost a little wet looking. Like I am applying this with a dry brush, and I just feel like it kind of has a little bit of like that foiled finish. I like that. I haven't been doing like popping a little bit of highlight in my inner corners for a while, but this is making me reconsider. It does like kind of make your eyes look a little bit more wide awake. I'm just going to also pop that Aurora Shimmer along my brow. And as you can see here, it is super pigmented. Again, I'm like really shocked at how beautifully all of these colors are showing up on my skin tone. Like they're so beautifully pigmented. I'm just gonna kind of blend that line out a little bit so it doesn't look so stark, but dang, like that looks like almost edited. It's so pretty. And again, like I feel like you can see a little bit more on my brow bone, that like what I'm saying, that it's that shimmer, it's more so like a wet foiled looking shimmer than it is like I mean it's pretty intense, but you know like what I'm saying, like a standard shimmer. This is more so like a wet looking shimmer. So I am going to drag a little bit more of that Poet sequin shade just along my lower lash line to bring a little bit more cohesiveness to the look. I do, even though they are all basically like the same colors, I do just notice a slight, like that when in certain finishes it is a little bit darker. So for example, this Poet shade I feel like is a little bit more deeper in the sequin shade than it is in the matte finish. So that's why I feel like I do need to drag this shade on my lower lash line instead of the matte. And then I'm just going to go back into that first transition shade that we used and blend out my lower lash line. And you can see a little bit of like kickback on the palette if that bothers you. I did notice that more so with the mattes than any of the other shades. The metallic finish is actually pretty creamy, so they kind of hold their shape in the palette. Like think almost ColourPop Super Shock shadows, that like how if you push your brush down it kind of like holds the shape of the brush a little bit. That's what the metallic finishes kind of remind me of. And the sequins also had a little bit of kick up, but it was a lot less than this. I feel like it's more so like a little bit of erosion than it is like kickback. I'm gonna go into Aurora Glitter, and using my fingers, and again like this is just straight from the palette, I'm just gonna push it onto the center of my lid. Oh, I feel like I made that face so so many times already in this video. That is so pretty. Do you see how multi-dimensional that color is? There's like so many different little glitters in there. Like I feel like this one's very rainbow. Like I'm seeing a little bit of green, white, pink. There's like a multitude of colors. Yeah, that's really pretty. And that was super easy to put on. Guys, I really think this is like the perfect holiday palette. Like if you're scared of glitters, this is perfect. Like I feel like it's pretty much stuck on, and it was so easy to apply. And again, if you're not into like the super thick in your face glitter, like these sequin eyeshadows are gorgeous on their own too, but dang, like what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go over this look with a little bit of eyeliner. Not so much because I think the look needs eyeliner, more so to see how eyeliner sits on top of the glitter. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite Fenty eyeliner and just create like, oh, the wing that's gonna be created. Okay, eyeliner is on. One thing I did notice is it, on this side, it caught a little bit more of the eyeliner, so like the glitter and the eyeliner were mixing a little bit more, and this side it didn't happen as much. So if you are putting on eyeliner, I would suggest like doing the glitter portion and then doing something else and then coming back for the eyeliner, because this liner, even though there's still like a little bit of the glitter catching in the liner, it's not as dramatic as in this one. But the glitter, when it's not moving around as much as, so like where I put the glitter, the eyeliner had a hard time sitting on top of it, but thankfully like there was a little bit of movement, but not so much. Like I have like a few glitter specks around, but it wasn't like the glitter was moving with the eyeliner. So I'm going to do now is smoke out a little bit of the liner, and for that I'm going to go into the shade Memory and Matte, and I'm just going to basically smoke out this outer corner of my eyes where I put a black kaujal liner here. I'm just going to smoke that out and knead it up with the top of the wing. And I also just like to drag some on this outer corner of the wing. I like to kind of smoke that out so it's not so crisp and clean. This is like super black. Okay guys, so just off camera really quick, I cleaned up underneath of my eyes a little bit and popped on a lip. The lip combo is the Huda Beauty Matte Bullet Lipstick in the shade Joyride and the Dose of Colors Gloss in the shade On Repeat. So, if you couldn't tell from the rest of the video, I really do love this Tati Beauty palette. I mean, I kind of went into the video knowing I would like it. Like, just as soon as I popped open the palette, like, just the look of it is gorgeous. And the way it looks, like, for the most part, is how it shows up on your skin. Like, it is so pretty. Everything is so pigmented. Like, I am honestly genuinely not, like, surprised and happy that she kind of did cater a palette to almost all skin tones. I mean, I'm really interested in seeing how this looks on deeper skin tones, because I had the palette, I wasn't watching reviews because I didn't want it to like sway what I like my initial reactions were. So I am actually gonna go and watch some like reviews of the palette now. I think Tati did a really good job of creating, this is like a very basic neutral palette when you look at it, but what I believe is like groundbreaking about it is the formula of it. Like the fact that you get so many different finishes in the same color. If you are a beginner, like you can basically create a whole look with just a row of those shades, which is what I'm probably going to do on like my Instagram, is like kind of dedicate a day to each like row and create just a look using just the row and seeing how that goes. But like that is what I think she did really well, is she kept like her consumers in mind. Like I feel like everyone can benefit from this palette, whether you only wear makeup for work or you only wear makeup out to parties or you wear like you're an artist. Like I feel like this suits everyone's needs. This is kind of like what I would call like an artist like an artistry palette, because like everyone can use it. It kind of gives you everything that you need in a palette. I love the sizes, and honestly, like these glitter shades are really beautiful, but I think at least so far what I've used, the sequin shades are what stands out the most for me. Like the way that this sequin poet went onto my eyes, like it was like so pretty, and I'm still like in shock of how nice it looked. Like it was different, but still like I feel like I could wear this to work and not feel like, oh my god, I'm wearing like blue glitter to work. So I really liked that. And then the finishes are beautiful. Like again, like it's not, I did expect that from Tati. I was like, okay, she's not gonna give us like crappy mattes. Like the mattes are beautiful, buttery, pigmented, they glide on. And like again, like you can see right here with Matte Memory, there's like a little bit of kickback, but it's like not like the kind of kickback where it falls off, but it is like the palette's a little eroded. So yeah, I really enjoyed this palette. I think this is great for the holiday season. The best part is that Tati Beauty offers Afterpay, which means that you can pay for the palette in 4 equal payments. So I think the palette was like $46 with tax and like shipping and everything. It came to about like $55, which I believe for like you're getting 24 eyeshadows. I think that's a really great deal, especially like now where like $12 palettes are like 50 bucks. Like I think you're getting a lot and really good quality for your money. So I think this is great for brown girls. I think this is great for the everyday girl. I think this is great for the holiday season coming up, whether it's for yourself or a gift. Like it is really nice. And I'm really excited to see what else she releases. Like again, she is one of the most trusted YouTubers when it comes to like unbiased reviews. So I'm sure she knows what she's doing when she's creating her makeup products, which is why like Tati Beauty was like, Tati Beauty and then the Desi X Katie Dose palette were like the only two like influencer named makeup products that I like ran out to buy. Like not, well, this one I ran to my computer, but like I felt like I needed them in my collection. And the Desi palette is like, again, Desi X Katie palette is one of my favorites, like my go-tos. Like anytime someone's like, what palette do I need? I'm like, that one. Like that is a go-to palette for me, and I think this is quickly going to become one of them too. Like it's a great palette. So yeah, if you would like to see more looks using the palette, make sure to follow me on Instagram. It is at Rab's Beauty. And you can also just leave me any comments in the the comment section, to let me know what other things you would like me to review, or if you would like to see any more looks. And yeah, with that, you guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!